Well, hello there and good morning. Teacher Roy here with my assistant, Salim. Say hello, Salim. She wanted to say hi to you. Today it's Thursday. Yay! Oh, yeah, let's go down. Okay, today is Thursday, and today, my boys and girls of fifth grade, we're gonna have activities to do. Today, like it's April 30, which means it's Children's Day. Woo! Happy Children's Day to all of you, my kids. Uh, Give me one moment. The sister wants to come and say hi. This is Salim's sister. This is Shuri. Say hi, Shuri. Hello. Hello there. How you doing? But yeah, um, I wish all of you an excellent day. I hope that you enjoy it, even if we have this situation of the COVID-19. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a real good day. Have fun, relax. The activities for today, they're not that difficult to do. You can do them real fast if you pay attention to them. That's why I chose this activity, so you don't have to work that much today, okay? Because it's Children's Day. I mean, yes, you have to work, sadly, you have to do it, uh, but you also have to enjoy your day. So these activities for today are not that difficult. I chose them specifically for that reason. So just enjoy it, okay, kids? Uh, let's get down to business. Today we're gonna be working with phonology, writing, and then we're gonna be working with language. Okay? Yes, I know you're gonna be like, it's Children's Day, we don't want language. Don't worry about it. It's not that difficult. It's actually quite easy, okay? So if you give me just 1 second, I'll share my screen with you. There we go. Perfect. So for today, Thursday, the activities are going to be for phonology, page 17 and 18. This one, well, enrich visible thinking, creative thinking. We already saw this part, but I want you to remember how to do it. Why? Because creativity is something that you as kids have a lot. Okay, you never have to let go of this creative part. If you let go of it, if you lose it, then you're going to be extremely boring adults. And as an adult, you don't want to lose that creativity. You need to be creative. You need to be using your imagination all the time. Okay, so yes, this part, they were asking you the situation. It's freezing and I don't have warm clothes, and you have to think of 4 things you could do. Okay, we already did it. Just remember how you did it. Usually for this kind of activities, we do something called brainstorming. Brainstorming is when you start thinking of a lot of ideas and you start writing them randomly, and then you choose the best ideas and create a solution with those ideas. Okay, that's probably what you did, but you didn't know how to call it. It's called brainstorming. Okay, so you had this situation, and we also had this other situation that was, I've been traveling for months and I miss my family. You already answered it too, and you had to think of ways to do it. I told you, oh, maybe you can do a snowman. Oh, maybe you can bring a photo of your family. Sure, all of you had different answers. I liked a lot of the answers that you gave me. It was really good job. But let's get to the part that we have to work today. That is page 18. Page 18 is writing, and it says, do your best, write about it. Imagine you're a member of the crew of the Endurance. Imagine you're part of that. You were part of the Endurance travel. You want to record some of your feelings while stuck in the ice. When it says stuck, it means that you're trapped there. You're not going anywhere like the Endurance did it for a long time. What would you write? What would you feel? Remember, that's why I told you, you have to be creative. You have to remember what you did. on the past pages, because in here you have to write, what do you feel? What do you think you felt if you were part of the endurance and you were stuck in the ice for a long time? Would you be happy? Would you be worried? Would you be sad? Would you be angry? What would you feel? What would you think would happen later? Do you think you would go back to see your family? Do you think you would go back to your house? Do you think you would probably die there, stay for the rest of your life there, maybe start a new life over there in Antarctica? What do you think? What do you feel? Okay, just put yourself in that situation, imagine it, and write something creative, okay? Then, in the space below, draw what you see from the ship while it is trapped in the ice. You're going to draw exactly how you think the ship looks like while it was trapped in the ice. You have a very extremely good example right here. Obviously, this is not endurance, but this is a good example of a ship trapped in the ice. Okay, but I'm not asking you to copy it. Again, use your imagination, okay? Be creative. But you can use this as a reference. So again, what do you have to do right now? Page 17, it was just to see the process called brainstorming, okay? Page 18, you have to use that same process of brainstorming to create something new, to write something new. That is this activity of what were your feelings as you are part of the endurance trip and you are trapped in the ice. And then, using your imagination, draw how the ship looks like while it is trapped in the ice. Last but not least is the self-assessment. How do you feel about this piece of work? What emotions do you feel when reading your own work? If you read again what you wrote, what do you feel? Do you feel, whatever? Do you feel like, oh yes, I feel sad? Oh, oh no, I feel anger. You choose. You have to write, oh, I feel sadness. I feel worried. I feel nothing. I have a heart cold of a stone. Could be. It says, share your thoughts with the class. Not necessary, just write what you felt. If you didn't feel anything, I'd be worried about that. But other than that, that's all the work for phonology. As you can see, I told you it's quite easy. Then you're gonna be like, oh, but we have to do language. Calm down, relax. Take it easy. Let's go to language. As you're going to see, it's not gonna be difficult. Voila! Homophones. Let's learn what are homophones. So, homophones are some kind of words that we have in both English and Spanish, actually in any language. Every language have homophone words. Now, what is a homophone? Let's read about it. Homophones are words that sound the same, but are spelled differently and have different meanings. Homophones, remember that I told you, every word comes from an ancient root. Could be Greek, could be Latin. Homophones, if we divide the word in two, homo and phones, we're gonna get homo comes from the word same, the same. Phones comes from the word the sound, the same sound. Homophones, words that have the same sound, but like it says there, they are spelled differently and they have a different meaning. Examples. You have this chart below. There, at that place. There, belonging to them. There, they are. Two, also or extra. Two, the number two. Two, all other uses. Your, belonging to you. Your, you are. And then you have examples of each of them. My car is right there. That is their best work. They are all very excited. Right now here, I made a pause to make the difference. They are. But you have to say they're. They're all very excited. And they will sound the same. That's the reason why they are called homophones. She wants to come too. There are two doors. I want to go to the store. They sound the same, different meanings. Is this your paper? You're one of the best singers I know. Now, using this, we're going down below, right here to this exercise. And it's asking you, read the sentences and circle the words in the parentheses to do the best complete sentence. You have multiple options. You have to choose the correct one to make the best sense in the sentence. If you don't remember the meaning, just go up and check again the examples, their meanings. I'm gonna give you the first one. It says, we are still, you have 2 kilometers away from the turnoff to Giant's Causeway. What do you think it's gonna be? 2, that means also or extra. 2, the number, or 2, the other use that we have. We're still 2 number kilometers, okay? Away from the turnoff to Giant's Causeway. Kids, remember what I always tell you. Sometimes the answer comes just using your common sense. Just think of it and read it. Sometimes also what you have to do is translate it into Spanish in your brain. Be like, okay, if I translate this sentence into Spanish, no, I think this answer doesn't sound too good with this one. With this one neither, with this one sounds good. Okay, so I have to use that one. Sometimes what you have to do is translate it into Spanish in your brain and then you get the answer. Why? Because sometimes for you it's easier to understand it in Spanish. Remember, English is your second language. So sometimes you're not used to thinking English, you're more used to thinking in Spanish. So sometimes the answer comes easier for you when you think of it in Spanish. Also use common sense, okay? It's not that difficult. This exercise is quite easy. You're only going to be using 2, there, or your. You're going to be like, what? Yeah, I know. Just check the meanings of the words and you're going to have the answers with no problems. That is page 79. We just have to do page 80 and that's all for today. Sorry about that. Page 80, homophones, the same. To use the correct homophone, you must know the context. You must read the rest of the sentence to understand what they're talking about. That is the context, okay? If you only read one part, you're not gonna understand the context and you can get a wrong idea. This means you have to look at the rest of the words in the sentence, like I just explained, to figure out which homophone to use. Common sense, okay? It is much too hot today. This too is correct? No, like I said, translate it into Spanish in your brain, use your common sense, and you're gonna be like, hell no, this is not correct. Of course, this too is not correct. So based on the other words in the sentence, the word to with double O will work best for that sentence to have logic. Understood? Very good, my boys. Then the exercise. Cross out the homophones. Cross it. Cross out the homophones that are used incorrectly. Write the correct word on the line. If the sentence is using the correct homophone, you have to write correct. Again, cross out the incorrect homophone, and then if it is incorrect, you have to write on the line the correct homophone. If the sentence is already using the correct homophone, write on the line correct. Understood? Good. Let's see. I'll help you with the first one. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? I'm not a favorite flavor of ice cream. Are you? Of course not. So your we cross it out and we write the correct homophone. Your Y-O-U-R. Like that, you have to do it. Okay? Good. That is the exercise for today. Now, the self-assessment part is the last one. Which set of homophones is the hardest for you to remember? Which one is the easiest to remember? Rank the difficulty by writing 1, 2, and 3 in the chart. 1 being the hardest and 3 being the easiest. In here you have the 3 sets of homophones that we have been using. There, to, your. Which one for you was the most difficult? You have to write the number 1 for the most difficult, 2 for so-so, and 3 for the easiest one. So, I don't know, I would say, oh, number 1, maybe this one. And I have write the number 1 here. Number 2, the 2. Number 3, your. And then here, write one strategy you can use to improve your understanding of homophones. I gave you 2 strategies. So maybe you could write them there. My kids, that's all the work for today. Let's summarize everything that we have to do today. For phonology, let me stop sharing the screen. There we go. For phonology, what we have to do is write about endurance. You have to write your feelings, okay? Write how would you feel if you were part of the endurance trip? And then you have to draw how the ship looks like trapped in the ice. For language, we have to work with homophones with 3 sets of homophones. There. We have to work with to, and we have to work with your. Homophones are words that sound the same, but have a different meaning and have a different spelling, okay? A different writing. You have to work with choosing the correct homophones according to the context. The context means the rest of the sentence. You have to read the rest of the sentence to get the best idea on which word fits the sentence with the best logic. Last but not least, remember that you can always use your common sense to answer the sentences correctly, or you can translate it in Spanish into your brain. I know it's not something that we used to do. When you grow older and when you speak English better and you have a better manage of the English language, you're not going to translate it into Spanish anymore. But right now, since you're learning, it is a good activity, it is a good exercise to do it so you can get a better manage of the language. Okay, that's all for today, 5th graders. I'll see you tomorrow, Friday. Have a nice day. Happy Children's Day again, and love you. Peace out, kids. Bye-bye.